All right. Oh, wait. So, wait, is it not going to go live for 7 minutes? Or can I make it go live now? Oh, never mind. We're up. We up. Sweet. What is going on, everybody? We are here in Houston. We're going to be doing a turn today, as long as time permits. We're going to be kind of pressed for time here as GSX is really taking their sweet time doing their thing. But looks like we got VATSIM online today. And yeah, we got Freedom 1 because we're flying to Texas today. We're going Houston to Dallas, back to Houston in the 737-800 with Southwest Airlines. And like I said, there is no, looks like my audio is a little loud. There is no shot we're not going to use the Freedom 1 livery with this. So with all that being said, like I said, GSX is really taking their time. What are this guy's dancing over here? What are we doing? How about, hey, listen, fellas. Oh, ma'am as well. How about we load this airplane instead of docking out here? I don't know what we're doing. Anyways, well, that being said, that's a good-looking airplane right there. Look at that thing. Woo-wee. All right, let's jump inside of the flight deck. And today we're going to try to do just a little bit of a kind of tutorial, like a very basic, like not even really a tutorial, just a general walk through the airplane. Like if you've never seen the airplane before in your entire life, like generally speaking, what are we looking at here? So we'll go ahead and look at that. So to start everything off, this is a completely cold and dark state. There's no power in the aircraft. All of our screens and displays are completely off, as you can see, except for our iPad, which doesn't really have anything to do with that. We're going to be Southwest Flight 18 today, by the way. Southwest Flight 18. So first thing you need to do with a cold and dark aircraft is you need to come up here, and this is your battery switch. It is currently in the off position, but flicking the guard down will turn it on, and then as you can see we have some lights illuminate and some sounds as well, which is some battery power to the aircraft. So currently next what you would, well, I guess really what you would want to do next is you'd want to start aligning your navs or your IRSs, which is your inertial reference system, and it basically tells the airplane where you are on planet Earth. So you switch them both to nav, which you're using battery discharge, so really you probably wouldn't want to do that, I guess, right then and there. But you know, we'll get the process started because sometimes those navs take a minute. Some general flows here: yaw dampers off. Navigation, you really don't touch anything in here. Fuel pumps can all stay off for now. And everything looks good there. Maybe you get some panel brakes, which aren't even going to work until you get ground power. So really, that's, I guess, where we should start our second. The second action, I guess, what you should really do is you should get GPU connected. So you come outside, then here we go. We're finally starting to load up. I don't know what that beeping is, but this is the GPU cart right here. So basically it plugs into the side of the airplane, a little service door opens, and now we have power that is not ground power, or it is ground power. It's not battery power. So we can flick this on like that. You can hear even more things starting up, fans. The buses are transferring. A lot of things are going on behind the scenes now that I don't really understand, to be quite honest with you. Emergency exit lights are another thing you can just flick on and arm them. Those are the things above the doors that you always see that all the flight attendants are always worried about. So I guess kind of going back through the flows, I guess realistically what you should do then is probably turn your navs on. It looks like it's not very happy with us for doing that, so maybe we can flick them off and then go nav and nav again. So forget I said that. Okay, all right, forget I said that. So all right, staying overhead. Kind of going back through the flow, like I said, nothing really going on over there. This is all for whenever you flick on the APU. So currently we're running on ground power, so none of these other generators we need right now. No wipers. We could maybe get a little bit of panel brightness, I guess, if you wanted. It's the middle of the day, so we're probably not going to do that. But cooling can stay on norm. We just armed the emergency exit lights. This is just a chime, so really nothing going on there. And the fasten seatbelt signs can come on auto for now. Going all the way back up top again. Window heats can come on. Wing anti-ice and engine anti-ice can all stay off for now. Hydraulic pumps can stay off for now. Voice recorder, stay on auto. Trim air is on. The cabin air we can turn down a little bit. That's not even going to start working until we turn the APU on anyways, but we can just set it for what we want for now. Recirc fans on auto. Packs off and open on the ISO valve, and the engine jets can stay on APU. It's going to stay off for now. Our cruising altitude today, SimBrief gave us a cruising altitude of flight level 280, so we're going to go ahead and bug up 280. Pretty short flight today, just going up to Dallas, or I'm sorry, yeah, Dallas Love. Field elevation of Dallas Love is 487 feet. So you can round up or down, doesn't really matter there, so we'll just go to 500 feet. Like I said, doesn't really matter. And that's your pressurization panel. So you're telling the airplane, okay, we're going to go up to 28,000 feet. Pressurize for that altitude. You know, don't blow anybody's eardrums out, basically. I'm just trying to tell it. Lights, logo light, we don't need it in the middle of the day. These are your nav lights, essentially. So it's just going to be the green light on your right wing and the red light on, it would probably be better in this camera view, and the red light on your left wing, which you can kind of see there. So that's essentially what those lights do. Those are your nav lights. Anti-collision lights, that's your beacon light. We don't need that yet. Wing lights, don't need that yet. Wheel lights, rear wheel lights, don't need those yet either. So now we can kind of come down to the FMC here and start thinking about that. So we're going to go back to the main screen. We're going to go FMC. Air rack, valid till the 28th of December. And all that other stuff looks good. The air rack is just basically your nav database, all your waypoints and everything like that. So now we're going to tell the airplane where we're at. We are in Houston, HOU. So we're going to stick that in the reference there, and now it pulls up our GPS position. So now the plane's like, hey, we know where we're at, and that didn't really change anything on there yet, but it will shortly. So we can delete this and go to flight plan request, and here is our SimBrief route that we've told SimBrief to load up for us. So 280, Houston to Dallas, alternate of IAH. No reason for an alternate today. Beautiful weather everywhere around, but you know, in case we get an emergency or anything like that. 0 fuel to 118, reserves of 5.9, I believe. That's going to be pretty good. Yeah, about 5.9. That's pretty good. Block fuel of 12.6. So block fuel is just what we're taking with us, and that's totally fine. So we're going to set the payload, set the fuel, and set the route as well. So that's going to take a few seconds, and as you can see, the 12.6 goes into the fuel, which is right there. So we'll come over to the iPad. We're going to take off runway. Well, we'll get the weather and stuff like that because we do have some SimBrief, excuse me, some SimBrief stuff going on there. So we can see the uplink is ready. We're going to load it, and it comes up with our flight number, our origin, destination, and it's still loading. This also takes a couple seconds to do. So yeah, nothing out of the ordinary there. Now the IRS, I thought they should be at least kind of moving by now. I think what you can do, how do you, whoa, not that, okay, all right, anyways, I think what you can do with the IRSs is put this, you can put this on, or not. Whoa. Oh, that's just test, okay, all right, so see, everybody's learning something new here today. Alright, so it looks like boarding is completed. Looks like we're all good to go with the route. We're going to go ahead and activate the route, and we got ourselves some legs here. So direct magic, essentially. It's a super short route, so it's essentially just going to be the departure to magic, and then that's also going to be a transition for your arrival into Dallas. So that's the only leg we have right now. We'll go to departure arrival. We'll do that here in a second. It wants me to close the doors because it's already pretty much done. So we're going to go ahead and go FS actions, ground doors, just get doors. Close that door. And I think it'll do that automatically for the most part, but yeah, I mean, as you can see, we're pretty much done with loading and everything like that. So for once, SimBrief has beaten us to a punch. So we're going to need to dismiss the chocks and everything here in a minute, but we're not going to do that just yet. So coming out of Houston, currently, it looks like information tango's current. We're going to try to listen to the weather which on the chart says it's on 120.15. We will see. I am not buying that until I hear. So these charts are never right, at least with like Batson and stuff. So 150, I guess, would be. Let's hear if there's any weather. Nothing. So let's just take a look and see what is it on. ATIS is on 124.6. How does that happen? I don't know. How is it that far off? That's what the ATIS is giving me on the chart, but here we are. Okay, 24.6.
Taxiway Zulu between B and C closed. Taxiway Charlie between the signature ramp entrance on Taxiway Charlie and Taxiway Lima closed. Taxiway Yankee closed between Y and Hammerhead and approach end of runway 22 closed. Bird activity vicinity Ho Airport. Read may call runway hold short instructions. All aircraft taxi with transponder on. Advise on initial contact. You have information Tango.
Alright, so we have information Tango. Houston Center, who we're going to get everything from, is going to be
Hobby Airport ATIS information Tango. 1753 Zulu Special. Wind 100 at 14. Visibility 10. 30,000 scattered. Temperature 17. 2.9er. Altimeter 3027. ILS approach runway 4 approach in use. Landing runway 4. Departing runway 13 right. Notices to air mission. Runway 13 left. 31 are closed. Taxiway K2. Taxiway Zulu between B and C closed. Taxiway Charlie between the signature ramp entrance on Taxiway Charlie and Taxiway Lima closed. Taxiway Yankee closed between Y and Hammerhead and approach end of runway 22 closed.
Go ahead and shut him up. We got information Tango, and it sounded like 31 left is closed, so we'll take 31 right. And the departure we got was the Westland 8 departure, so we'll go ahead and find that in here. Not really sure what's going on with the IRS. We're going to have to take a look at that here in a second. Magic transition is all good to go there. And then down here, so this is what I'm going off of for this. This is off of V-Pilot. We have call sign Southwest 18. We're 737 departure out of Houston to KDAL. This is our route that we filed for. Altitude 280, 6677 on the squawk codes. That's basically how air traffic control is going to identify us in the air. That's how we're going to come up on their screen. So, cleared on the Westland 8 departure to Magic, transition, climb, tower assigned heading, then fly 5,000. Expect 280 in 10 minutes. And that's essentially just if you lose your radio comms is what that is. You almost always get that type of clearance way before 10 minutes. They pretty much climb, maintain 5,000, and then if you don't hear anybody, you can climb and maintain flight level 280 in 10 minutes. If you don't have radio communications for whatever reason. So we'll go ahead and dial back 5,000 on the MCP, and then it says climb on a heading. Tower is probably not going to assign as a heading unless they do. So the Westland 8 departure sheet says off 13 left and right, climb a heading of 13, run to 560 feet. So 131 on the heading to 560, the radar vectors to Westland. Top altitude 16,000 on the sim. What is it? 131 on the sim, on the SID, standard departure procedure. So
Houston United 4314 is ready to taxi.
in terms of the IRSs, I'm probably going to
United 4314, spot 1, taxi via Sierra Charlie, Romeo Alpha.
instantly align that.
Sierra Charlie, Romeo Alpha, spot 1, United 4314.
That's what we got. 131 ground weight's good. Reserves were, what were the reserves? It wasn't in here. That was in there, so let's just see what the reserves were. It was like 5.7 or something like that. Yeah, 5.7 will do for us. Cost index is 48. It's essentially just how fast we're going to fly, how much fuel we're going to burn. Is essentially all that is saying. And you can request all this too, I guess, which I guess I'll do that just for the sake of showing it. Go ahead and request all your information. It might come up with some different numbers than what we have, but for the most part, they should be the same. Let's see. It takes a minute as well here. So we'll go ahead and load those numbers up, and it just gives us some cruise winds. Altitude stays the same. 5.9 was that our reserves. So other than that, we're all ready to go there. D-rate, we're gonna blast out of here. No D-rate, so that's basically just using a lower thrust setting. So not taking off with 100% thrust. You would do that in real life. For the sake of the sim, we're not gonna do that. Trim setting 5.02. So we'll just go ahead and spin that back. Just past the 5 number there, 5 marker. And V1's 128, VR's 130, V2's 142. Above V2 here, speed 142. And that's basically our MCP setup. And that's basically our flight plan complete here. I guess we can do this. I'm not gonna lie, I usually never do this, but we might as well. The winds coming out of here today are, what do we get? Weather. Winds are 100 at 14. So those are our winds. The slope, takeoff speed's the lead. Alright. Probably why I never do it. And limits. Alright, give me 1 second.
Houston Center, Canada 781. I'm going to have to disconnect. I have issues with the sim.
Roger. United 4314, runway 15 left, taxi via Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey Victor.
Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey Victor, 15 left, United 4314.
Alright, so basically what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to figure out how to get these IRSs to align.
Houston United 4314, short of 15 left at Whiskey Victor,
Let's
ready.
see what happens.
United 4314, runway 15
IRS is
left,
in.
Arnhem to Cartman, clear for takeoff.
Arnhem to Hartman, clear for takeoff, 15 left, United 4314.
I got him to align at the cost of everything that we've done already. So, go ahead and set 500 there, and we'll just kind of try to speed through this again. FMC, possibly Houston, what we got. Okay, so it didn't really mess up everything that we did, just slightly inconvenient. Okay, alright, so we're still good, I think, here. We got to set 5,000 and 131 again. In the meantime, what we can do is we can go ahead and just flick our fuel pumps on. You really only need the left aft fuel pump on to turn on the APU. You flick it to the on position. You don't flick it start. I got click happy there. Went a little far. But you wait for the low oil pressure light to come up, which it does, and then you flick it to start. And then you wait for a positive EGT reading, which means the APU is starting. And you can flick the hydraulic pumps on at this time as well, start to pressurize those. EGT starts rising. We'll get generator lights to come on here in a moment. Packs can come on to auto now that the APU is running. We'll start getting some AC pumping here down in Texas. So yeah, we got all that stuff ready to go. We'll get Prague pulled up over here, I guess. Actually, no, just kidding, because we're still going to have to get rid of the shock to the GPU whenever we're ready for push. So we're going to set 142, I believe that was. 131 on here. Runway heading. Just going to go B for the altimeter setting. 131 and then 5,000 on this here. And we can turn on the flight directors. And we turn on the first officer side as well. And the auto throttle as well. We're just going on that. So that's all ready for us. And the performance tool is all good to go. Calculate. Yeah, everything's pretty much the same. So we'll go ahead up here, check out the buses. So now we're running off our APU generators. We're not running on the ground power anymore. We'll flip the APU bleed on as well, give us some bleed pressure. And then I guess now we'd be getting air conditioning stuff in the cabin in the background. So the GPU is essentially not needed right now. Set the parking brake, should have done that sooner, but it's alright. Remove the chocks, disconnect the GPU at the same time. And we're not going to use GSX for push today, just for sake of being quick. So we're going to go to, I like this little thing. It's a great little tool. It's not better pushback. It's called something else. I don't know, whatever it is. We'll just get pushed straight back on the taxi over here. We'll just call and make sure we don't. Let me just see if the clearance says call for push. Does not say call for push. So we'll just go ahead and set that for now. Enter this. So that's the planned pushback. We'll go request it. And then just wait for him. So like I said, we got everything all the doors are closed up. Jetway's getting out of here. Pushback guys destroying our nose gear currently. Baggage cart people better get out the way, and we can throw on the beacon light now that the pushback tug is connecting. So we'll go ahead and call up the center as well and check in at Southwest 18, looking for push and start, see if they even want us to let us know with him, and if not, we'll go from there. Houston Center, good afternoon. Southwest 18 is on the ground at Houston Hobby, ready for push and start. Let's see what he says.
Southwest 18, Houston Center, squawk 6677.
6677 for Southwest 18. See, that also got reset. We're not bad pilots, okay? That was not my fault. There you go, TARA as well on that. So now he sees us and he should come back any second now.
Houston Center, here's Envoy 3349. Unfortunately, I've deleted the message which you provided me. Could you please send our clearance again, because I forgot the squawk. Yeah.
Southwest 18, push and start onto Yankee approved. Houston information, Tango current.
All right, push and start onto Yankee approved. We have Tango for Southwest 18. Thanks. All right, so now we're good to go ahead and release our parking brake.
Convoy 3349, I'm not able to resend it again, but
And
your squawk is
since we have
2541.
our bleed pressure going on, oh yeah, I forgot we just stopped.
Roger, squawk 2541, Envoy 3339. Thank you very much.
We're done with you,
what we
GSX.
need.
Oh no. Well, we're gonna just keep going and see what happens. Okay, so now that we have our duct pressure up there, we can go ahead and flip engine 1. These are your starters. We're gonna go ahead and flip engine 1 to ground. And oh shoot, I gotta turn the packs off as well. So you gotta turn the packs off. You gotta turn the air conditioning off as well. So if you're ever on a flight, that can say to auto as well. But you see the duct pressure rising as well because it's using now all of that pressure that was going to the air conditioning unit from the APU. Now it's all going and focusing on starting engine number 1. So 25% N2 could start or introduce fuel to the engine, and you're going to start to see this pick up. You're going to see the fuel flow pick up.
Envoy 4349, we are now ready for push and start.
Engine 1's off to the captain's side. It's a left-hand engine.
Convoy 3349, your squawk is 2541.
Hands are cold.
Roger, squawk 2541 for Envoy 4341.
Alright, so, whoa, we should not have center fuel. Alright, hang on, we gotta go back and do that as well real quick. Index, ident, oscillate. Oh, shoot, dude. Set fuel.
Southwest 1009, Houston Center, squawk 0046.
We're gonna go ahead and set our parking brake. The pushback process is complete. We're gonna close that out, and they'll basically be done with us. Then I can go back and hopefully not have anything crazily messed up. Departure, I think, is still set up 13 right on the Westland with Magic. And then we gotta go back in and go through
Convoy
this.
3349, do you require
Alright.
push on the Yankee or can you remain?
Roger, push and start approved, but on Yankee at
if anybody knows how to
Envoy
fix that.
3349.
Negative, that wasn't the question. Do you need to go onto Yankee or can you remain in the non-movement area?
Alright,
We
142
can
set
push on
as well.
Yankee, I have no
so
problem with that.
we're gonna go ahead
Do
and
you
start
need
up
to? That's
engine
what I'm trying to ask.
number
Do you need
2,
to push onto Yankee?
and we're gonna watch the N2 rise up to 25%.
Envoy
We can go ahead and flick on the engine 1 generator now instead of using the APU.
I don't really know. I think
We're using the engine 1 generator.
we don't really need it. We
So-
can also use Zulu, but yeah, what would be
N2's
the
coming up.
other thing?
You're in the ramp area right now. I'm asking because you're not close to the
25%, go
taxiway,
ahead
and that
and
gate
introduce
should let you
fuel.
stay in the ramp. So do you need to stay? Do you need to go all the way back to the taxiway?
As you can see, our beacon light is on and flashing on the
Envoy
bottom
3349,
and on the top. I don't know if you can really see it
Then
up
we
there.
can, I've
Yeah,
heard
you can
it
see it up there a little
on
bit.
taxis with,
So both of our
Yankees,
beacon lights are flashing. We are pushback guy did a
Alright,
great
I'm
job.
just going to say this. Yes. Push and start on the Yankee.
So just
It's just great.
push
I
and
love
start on
that.
Yankee approved and say
Happens
Southwest
so often. It's
Envoy
really annoying.
3349.
But yeah, and anyways, so we're getting starter valve still open. So once that stops, then we can say we have a good engine start. You just heard that click off. There goes our starter valve. We'll go ahead and start running off the engine 2 generator now as well. Go ahead and flick the APU bleed off. APU can come off. The packs can come to auto as well as. I guess the ISO valve should have stayed open until then, anyways. But anyways, we have gens on. Beacon lights are on and everything like that. So now that everything is turned on, we can go ahead and set our flaps to 5.
Southwest 1009, radar contact 15 miles
Auto
northwest
brake
of
to
Dutna.
RTO, and we can turn on our taxi light. Beacon lights on, seatbelt signs are on, and we are ready to rock and roll. I don't think I'm missing anything too big. Just can think, oh, Pro Beats, there you go. Not exactly sure what those do, to be completely honest with you, but you turn them on after engine start, so there you go. I am not typed on the 737 by any means. And then we'll go ahead and call them ready for taxi. And really, I guess we can wait to turn on the taxi light, so we're clear to taxi. Houston Center, Southwest 18, on Yankee, ready to taxi.
Southwest 18, runway 1 tree right, taxi via Yankee, Echo, cross runway 1 tree left at taxiway Echo.
Alright, 13 right, Yankee Echo cross, 13 left on Echo for Southwest 18. Alright, so this parking brake has been goofy lately too. I found that opening this up and disabling it on that has been the best thing for me. GSX is still running. I hope we can just shut them off. Alright, let's just do this. We can just restart and then that'll shut them up. Alright, So we've been cleared for taxi. Let's go ahead and click on the taxi light.
Center United
Bump 'em up.
4314, request continue.
Not that
climb.
high, probably. You're really not supposed to go over like 30-ish%.
United 4314, radar
we're
contact,
rolling.
stay altitude.
4314 is at 16,000.
United
I
4314, climb and
tried
maintain flight level
downloading
370.
scenery
370
for
on the
Houston,
climb,
which is a
United
free scenery on
4314.
flightsim.to. It does not look like it has worked. It maybe is just a layout. Maybe it just is supposed to like look a little bit better or something. I don't know. This looks like the same old disappointing Microsoft airports that we get typically. So yeah. So anyways, moving on to the taxi. I mean, typically, again, not typed on the 737 at all or anything like that, but you usually keep it around 30%. Or idle whenever you can. You do 30% to bump them up and get yourself rolling. You want to keep it around 10 to 15 knots on the taxi speed. But since we're Southwest, we can go above that and really blaze it on the taxi speed. He gave us Echo or Yankee Echo. So this taxiway is Zulu. So we're going to go ahead past this one all the way to the back, and we're going to cross runway 13 left all the way on the back side of things here. How do you take this? See, that's Echo right up there. And so that's runway 13 left. We're going to taxi right behind that over to 13 right here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful livery. Absolutely love this. These colors on the Southwest 73, especially down here in Texas. Down in Texas. So, yeah. You can be a little more lenient on the speeds in something like a 737, the taxi speeds. As opposed to a 777 or a 747. You really want to try to be at like 10 to 12 knots in those big old things, especially going around turns. 23% on the right engine. Why? It's idling a lot higher for some reason. It's fine. It's probably with my honeycomb. So really, whenever you're crossing, you want to like flick your landing lights on and your strobe lights on. So that's just putting that switch in the up position. And just to say, hey everybody, we're crossing the runway here, and you'd like to make sure that final is clear and then departure end is clear as well. So crossing the runway is usually a little bit of a bigger deal. So this runway is closed. Whatever this was at one point in time, it's no longer. So we can go ahead, since we're clear of all active runways, like I said, whatever that was, we can flick off our lights and put that back down there.
Runway 4349, we are now ready for taxi.
Convoy 33, okay, well that argument was useless because you didn't go on to Yankee. Runway 13 right, taxi via Yankee, Echo, cross runway 13 left at taxiway Echo.
So wait, am I... Is that 13 right?
Runway 4349, my takeoff runway is 13 left, so can we just taxi via Yankee and Echo?
No, because it's clear.
Envoy 3349 negative. Information information Tango
And
says
we'll
13
flick on our
left
lights
is
whenever
closed.
we are cleared for takeoff. We're going to flick on our wing lights and our strobe lights as well.
Envoy 4349, I mean 13 left, not 31
and we are ready.
Southwest 18, why are you on the runway?
That's a good question, Southwest 18. Sorry about that.
Southwest 18, runway 13 right, turn left, left turn, heading 360, clear for takeoff.
All right, 13 right, clear for takeoff, left to 360 for Southwest 18. Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to hold short of 13 right. That's kind of embarrassing.
Envoy 3349,
Not gonna lie.
negative. 13 right's the
we'll
active
bump them up
runway.
to 40%. We got clear for takeoff. We'll go ahead and flick on our lights. Everybody else is on, ready to rock and roll. Give us a left turn heading of north. Engines are stable. Toga screw. And yeah, that is what we like to call a runway incursion. That is not that is not good. But 80 knots call out. You just want to make sure everybody's double check with your first officer, make sure everybody's reading the same thing.
V1,
V1, hands off the throttles and rotate. Jumping off the ground. Positive rate of climb, gears coming up. And we can make a turn at 400 AGL. I think the field elevation here is 46 feet. So right about 400 feet, which we are well past. We can go to start, go to select heading mode. Heading select to flight, or I'm sorry, to 360. Give us a left turn to 360. That's north. Auto throttle's off for some reason. I'm sorry, not LNAV. We're looking for VNAV and Which heading select? There we go. Okay. All right, so we're at flap 1 speed. We're good to go flap 1. And turn it north. And above flaps 1 speed, flaps can come all the way up. So VNAV and auto throttle essentially control your airspeed. So as we approach our 250 under 10,000 rule, we're going to start to see the throttles come back a little bit. We're going to pitch the nose down as we approach 5,000 as well until we get cleared higher.
Houston Center, American 1718 with you, flight level 310 for 330.
American 1718, Houston Center also with you.
Rolling out on that 360 north heading. So there's those throttles coming back a little bit as we approach 5,000 and our targeted airspeed of 250 knots. So we'll go ahead and level off here. Still hand flying the airplane, no autopilot just yet. We're expecting radar vectors to Westland, which is right off our nose here, and we didn't have to, we don't got to cut them all the way out. I don't know why it's doing all that. We still got 300 feet to go. Airplane's just being silly right now. I don't know what it's doing. I'm just being silly. This is just a silly stream, I guess, dude. I don't know what's going on. We got runway incursions, auto throttles acting goofy. We got all kinds of stuff going on right now. But we've got the airplane trimmed out pretty nicely here, sitting at 5,000. Might chime in and let them know, hey, we're 5,000 and 360 heading. Maybe not though, because I already ticked them off earlier with the runway thing. I don't know.
United 4314, radar contact lost.
So we'll just hold it here for now until he gives us something else. I might chime in like a minute or two. I'm not trying to stay at 5,000 the whole way. Take a look at the outside. Look at that. Beautiful library here. Over beautiful Texas. That's a screenshot. No, that's it. All right, we gotta watch this altitude here. Not even 100 feet high. Within private pilot standards. All right, let's go ahead and let them know. The center, Southwest 18, 360 heading 5,000. So you'd be like, yeah, shut up, idiot.
Southwest 18, radar contact, direct Wilson, climb and maintain 16,000.
All right, direct Wilson up to 16,000 for Southwest 18. All right, direct Wilson. And we're then going to go to 16,000. I'm going to go ahead and flick on the autopilot at this time. So up to 16,000, we're going to hit flight level change, which is going to essentially climb it's going to climb up to 16,000 on this airspeed that we have selected. So we're going to keep 250 knots selected, and it's going to change the pitch and the power, essentially, to maintain that climb, as opposed to vertical speed, which is just going to do whatever it takes to maintain that climb, that feet per minute that you've selected. And I always forget to do this. We're looking at, not VNAV, I'm sorry. LNAV we need, flight level change. So now we're direct west. What did he say? He called it Wilson. Direct Wilson right now, and I always forget to hit LNAV after that. So you want to make sure whenever you select a waypoint, you can go direct to the waypoint like that, and then you want to hit LNAV if it's not already selected, which it wasn't in that case because we were on heading mode, flying the airplane by hand essentially. After takeoff, basically you just want to make sure your flaps are up, which they are. Auto brake is off, and then the gear is supposed to come down and lock. It's supposed to be in this off position. Or, I'm sorry, not down and locked. It's supposed to be in the off position, and you're supposed to be able to move it, and I don't know how. So if anybody knows how, that'd be great. Let me, like, it does that, but it doesn't go anywhere. So I don't know. That's that. So after 10,000, we can increase the speed. Not really sure looks like 302 is our target's airspeed. So there's that speed restricted 250 under 10 we're talking about. So right at 10,000, we're going to bug up the speed to 302, and it's going to lower the nose essentially since we're already kind of bumping on the power right now at 95%. It's going to lower the nose to increase that airspeed. We're going to lose climb
Southwest
rate.
18, climb and maintain flight level 280.
Flight level 280, Southwest 18. We're going to lose climb rate and exchange that rate of climb for airspeed. And then it'll settle back in and maybe we'll be a little bit more, but for now we're going to stay somewhere in that range. And then at 10,000 also, your landing lights can come off and your seatbelt signs can come off as well if it's a really nice day, which it is today, and the wing lights can come off as well, but you want to leave your strobes and your anti-collisions off, or on as well. So the next thing we'll do is at 18,000 we'll hit standard on this and switch to standard atmospheric pressure, and we'll enter the flight levels. So that's about it for right now. Now we're just autopilot's on, and we're cruising. Cruising out of Houston for Dallas Love. 2 major Southwest hubs, obviously down there. And I'm
American 1718, I show you deviating from your altitude. Fate intentions.
I'm not sure if...
we had a momentary loss of just throttle there, so we're calling back up now.
San Antonio, Texas, it looks like. So I'm not sure if Dallas Love... Oh, there you go. Took first flight from Dallas Love Field. So we are currently flying to the originating hub of Southwest Airlines. So first flight took place out of here in 1971. So it'll be a pretty quick flight. Top of climb will be at flight level 280 in 42 minutes. Currently for me on East Coast time, 1909 Zulu -5 would bring us to 14, which is going to be 209. So theoretically, we should be there in 4 minutes. We're going to be at the top of the climb. So we're also going to travel 41 miles in 4 minutes. That's pretty cool to think about. Cruise, we don't have, it's saying our optimum flight level is 40,000 feet. We don't have that long to get, we don't have long enough to get up there. I mean, because we're going to be at our top of the descent in 86 minutes, and at 2:15, so we're going to have a 10-minute cruise phase of flight, essentially. There's our top of climb, and then there's our top of descent. Well, actually, that also might just be because we do not have an arrival selected,
Houston Center, hello.
which I was going to wait till the center maybe gave us something, but we'll just go ahead and put the arrival. We're planning the Reading 4, with the Magic transition as well for, looks like 13 left. 13 left at Dallas. And I'd like to do an RNAV approach. I don't know why, I've kind of been on an RNAV itch, like an RNAV kick lately. So for 13 left, we'll take a look at the Yankee.
American 521, contact Albuquerque Center, 132.8, g'day.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's ILS.
Albuquerque 328, have a good day, American 520.
So let's look at the RNAV Zulu, runway 13 left. We'll go ahead and take that, no transition. Legs, it might be a little confused with Magic. It's not though, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's see if the top of descent is still the same. Yeah, it is still the same, so 2:15. So like I said, we have less than a 10-minute cruise phase right now. Through 18,000 feet, we'll go ahead and set the standard atmospheric pressure so the altitude change as we switch from local to standard. And at this point, we probably put VNAV on and just let it climb out and doing its own thing. Essentially, now it's doing whatever it calculated, which we're doing anyways in the FMC. We're climbing at that speed. So, okay. That's our cruise phase. So since the cruise is going to be so short, we can, well, we'll have a few minutes to go ahead and plan it right now. We'll just sit back, relax, and enjoy the beauty of the Southwest 737 climbing up under the Texas skies.
Houston Center, hello, Southwest 2250 radio check.
We should also be getting handed
clear.
off to
Southwest
Dallas
2250
Fort
at
Worth Center
Houston
eventually
Gate
here.
Alpha 3 Echo
Not
ready for
too
push and start.
soon, but they'll be on
Southwest
135,
2550,
175, 135,
squawk
175. So we'll
altitude.
go ahead. 135, 175. We're ready for that. 75. He'll hand us off here shortly.
Southwest 2550, push and start approved, push to spot 5, information Alpha current.
So I can get some heat on it here.
Taking the spot for Southwest 2250, please.
Southwest 2550, push and start approved, push to spot 5.
Spot 5, we have Alpha on board, push and start approved, Southwest 2250.
Alright. It is a little dark on the bright in the lights here, so go ahead and crack some lights.
Good afternoon, Houston Center. This is November 112 Whiskey. I'm at the Kilo Echo Charlie Delta Airport. I would like to request IFR clearance to Red Bear Airport.
Nope,
Over.
there it is. This is basically for really bad weather. What key might I have for this? Do I not have one?
November 112 Whiskey, Houston Center, clear to the Dallas Executive Airport is filed.
Okay, so let me see.
Maintain
I don't need
3000,
that, whatever this
expect
is. So let's go
1000,
ahead
10
and
minutes
set
after
up
departure.
the
Departure
camera
frequency
for
134.42, squawk 7472.
That's pretty good, I think. 12.2. So that is.
Clear to the Red Bear Executive Airport
you pretty much
file.
have
By
everything
maintain
you have
3000,
in your,
expect
navigation display.
1000,
I'm sorry,
10 minutes after departure. Frequency
navigation display and your
134.42.
multifunction display.
Squad 7472, November 112 Whiskey.
Either way, you
November
essentially have your
112
artificial
Whiskey, read
horizon
back
here.
correct.
You have the
Executive altimeter
airspeed indicator,
3020.
You have a heading indicator, vertical speed.
Thank you.
Your ground speed down here, we're currently doing 450 knots over the ground, so it's pretty cool as well. Coming up on our cruising altitude here. Once we get to 27,000, you should hear a beep. That means we have 1,000 feet to go. Just kidding. It's not going to beep, which is fine. Oh, there it is.
Houston Center, November 112 Whiskey, ready for taxi.
So yeah, that means we have 1,000 feet
November
to go.
112 Whiskey, runway 13, taxi via Alpha.
13 via Alpha, November 112 Whiskey.
Cruising altitude 20,000 feet. You also have your, I don't know exactly what you would call this, just these are your autopilot functions. So currently we're going off FMC speed, so our cruising speed is what it's shooting for. Of 0.753 Mach is what it's going to go for. So 0.75 Mach essentially is what it's going to go for, and that's what it's trying to target right now. LNAV is armed, obviously, we did that earlier. A VNAV path as well.
Houston Center, American 1473 with information Alpha, requesting push and start.
And then we're on Command A, which is the autopilot for the captain's side. If we're your first officer, we're on Command B.
American 1472, Houston Center, squawk altitude.
So now that we are in the
4,000 is what I was on, but cruising 280.
That's not what he meant.
Squawk altitude reporting, mode C.
Oh, sorry.
This poor guy, man, we're all idiots today. Alright, so anyways, what you want to do for the approach, this is a little bit more hands-on on things. We don't have very long.
American 1472, push and start onto Whiskey Bravo, approved, face nose north.
The nice thing about Boeing is
We should start onto Whiskey Bravo, base nose north, American
you can just set
1472.
your altitude down, and you can just bug your altitude down, and it'll take you down whenever you reach the top of the center.
November 112 Whiskey, holding
So
on
the
shore,
first thing
runway
that we're
13,
going
ready
to
for
do here
takeoff.
is
Over.
we're going to take a look at
November 112 Whiskey, runway 13, proceed on course, clear for takeoff.
chart here.
Runway 13 and
So let's
proceed on
just,
course, ready for takeoff, November 112 Whiskey.
We'll pull it up on the actual iPad over here, which is 50-50 with actually working, I feel like. So let's go to Navigraph. We'll just go arrival now since we're here in Dallas. We got, where did we get Redden? Redden approach. I'm trying to do 3-1 RNAV Zulu. 3-1 left is what I'm trying to do. And we can try to get a taxi charge. Okay, let's go pin. And it doesn't. Oh, I guess. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yep. So the Redden 4. So let's take a look at it. Zoom in on it here. So we know we're coming in from Magic. That's our transition. So all of these are different transitions and different fixes you can start the arrival procedure from. So we'll just make sure, you know, to confirm with the first officer that we're on the Redden 4, RNAV arrival, and into Dallas Love Field. Lots of airports out
Southwest
here.
18, contact Fort Worth Center, 135.17. Good day.
3517, have a good one. Southwest 18.
And so 2042 is
So
going
check in with him here, just essentially with our altitudes. We'll tell him we're flight level 280.
1323 going direct to Victory. What was the flight?
So we'll keep going until we...
Maintain 3 I'll lower very shortly. So it's 2042, roger. Maintain 4,000, turn left heading... actually, maintain 3,000, turn left heading 040.
Okay. 3,040, so that's 2042.
American 2323, actually, she can descend via the Victory 2 arrival, the Fort Worth altimeter 3020.
3020 for the Victory 2 arrival, American Victory.
Fort Worth Center, good afternoon, Southwest 18, flight level 280.
Gemini 85, RNAV to T-Rex. The wind is 1609, runway 17 center, clear for takeoff.
Magic, obviously, which we have.
RNAV T-Rex, runway 17 center, clear for takeoff, Gemini 85.
Southwest 18, code direct to our Fort Worth Center, good afternoon, code direct Orville.
Direct Orville, Southwest 18. Alright, that's a good, is that on the approach?
American 846, Fort Worth, you're at a contact, maintain 17,000.
Not quite.
So, right up to 17,000, that's 2,100.
Direct Orville, so we just got cleared basically to skip all this and go direct to this fix right here, which is at a hard altitude of 9,000.
Southwest 2042, turn left heading 310.
250 knots as well on that.
310, so 2042. Any chance for the ILS?
So we got 11 miles to go to our calculation. So we're going to go ahead and set 9,000 since that is what our altitude is going to be on here. Go ahead and set 9,000. And like I said, whenever we hit our top of descent point, it's just going to
Southwest 18, descend via the Redden 4 arrival, the Fort Worth altimeter 3020.
Alright, 3020, descend via the Redden 4 for Southwest 18. Alright, so just making sure we're on the same page there. It can set 3020 kind of in a standby for the altimeter so that once we pass 13,000, we can go ahead.
Skywest 315 to Minnesota, North Kansas City's offline, ready service terminated, frequency approved.
Orville to G-Bear. That we don't have an altitude restriction there, but we are going to be descending down Redden and then Batcher. And then after that, it's vectors to the approach. The approach is what's actually going to guide us to the runway. So this is an important one as well. It's kind of same thing. You're going to look, okay, we're on the RNAV Zulu approach for 31 left. Not actually sure. Let's just check out and see which way.
American 846, direct wind due.
Right now. Approach 31 left to American 846. We can request the RNAV 31 left as well. I'll probably put that request in with them now. And Center for Southwest 18. Any chance of us doing the RNAV Zulu GPS? Or, I'm sorry, RNAV Zulu runway 31 left.
They're landing to the south.
Alright, roger that for Southwest 18. Yeah, so
1-3 left or 1-3 right?
Yeah, we're just looking to do an RNAV approach in particular. So for 1-3 left, that'll be good for Southwest 18.
Good plan that. 95, you're at a contact, maintain 17,000.
An awkward way of asking. You can definitely ask it better than that. And, you know, hey, we've all got stuff we need to work on. And
Southwest 2042, heading 270, just going to maintain 2,500.
So Zulu.
270,
you don't have to say
2,500.
GPS. That's kind of, you kind of do, like, you want to be on the same page because there are other types of RNAV approaches. But in this case, specifically the RNAV Zulu, there's no other type. So you could just set the RNAV Zulu runway 31 left. Any chance of us getting the RNAV Zulu runway 31 left approach for Southwest 18. That's how I should have said it. I got my own head. Dallas Love, we're all good to go there.
Gemini 85, coming tape level 310.
2015, you know what?
Coming tape level 310, Gemini 85.
That is the frequency for this, so we try to get ATIS. We don't really have to, because you already gave us the altimeter.
American 23, which runway can
Hold north of
But there you go, he does have it. I'm an idiot, I was looking at
you can plan 18 right for
So
arrival
you go through all kind of other frequencies. We only have center up, so we're not really going to worry about that.
So the 2042 heading 220.
Plugged in
220, 2042.
As that for us. We have WAS on this approach, which is a whole other thing to get into. It's a wide area augmentation system. And it basically is just, it corrects
Center.
your GPS error. Is essentially what that does. So it just makes it a little more accurate.
2240 with you at 2,
I'm not sure if we need to bug it for an RNAV approach, but we'll go ahead and bug it on here. 133.
Okay, 2240, forward center squawk 2220.
Intercept the glide slope, and that's the final approach fix as well at Nate.
Can I get the tail, or can I get the
LPV minimums decision
call time,
altitude
please,
is
with
going
the
to be
readback?
685, so 685.
American 2240, 2220.
So the 2042 heading 150, join the localizer, and you're 3 from Nate, 2,500 till established clear out, 13 left approach.
150, join the localizer, cleared ILS, 13 left. American, Southwest 2042.
Right, 685 for the minimums. So if we don't start on 685, we gotta go.
No worries.
Misapproach, climb to 1,000 and a left turn to 3,000 direct to Soldo and hold. So after we get our glide slope intercept, we'll bug 3,000 if we have to go miss, which we won't. But just in case we do. Skipping over some of that little stuff. Just going down to the plan view here. Just kind of what we're looking at here will be Wade's to Nate, which is the final approach fix, then to Sked, I guess is how you'd say that. And that's all in our FMC right there as well. So, glide soaps 3.0. That's a just a
so 2042, wind 1709, what's the clear land?
Approach, how
land, what's the
here's our minimum 685, and then this is just if the touchdown zone center line lights are out, or the VASI-PAPIs, or the approach lighting system, the rails as well, if any of them are out, you can reach your minimum by a little bit. So we have to have a 685-foot ceiling, and an RVR of 1,800 or a half mile visibility. So, yeah, that's the approach. Still on the arrival though, so we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but just wanted to plan that approach before things got a little bit too hectic, I guess. So we're coming up on 18,000 here through 19.5 right now. So we'll just be ready for, I would go to the HUD away as well. Beautiful day, not really gonna need it. I mean, from what I understand, a lot of
American 2240, clear Newman, Echo, Whiskey, Mike.
Regardless of whether or not they need it. But, yeah, we don't need it, so we're not going to really mess around.
Can you repeat that?
I can't, but it'll cost you money. I take Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. Just let me know which one you'd like first.
Oh.
Alright, 32,000.
American 2240, clear direct Newman, Echo, Whiskey, Mike. Echo, Whiskey, Mike. Go direct there.
I'm coming out of standard, setting local altimeter.
Clear Newman. American 2240.
As well. Flaps 40, 132.
I like the way you work, sir.
We'll do,
I mean, you gotta have a little fun doing this, or you get bored real quick.
I thought it was funny.
No problem. 13 left. Runway lengths there, and our weights as well. And it looks like we have about 8.9, about 9,000 pounds of fuel left. So no problems there. Go ahead and set the auto brake as well. We'll do auto brake 2. Reversers are kind of funny. Honestly, we're gonna do auto brake 3 because reversers are kind of funny in this thing. You never know what you're gonna get. Never know what's gonna work or not.
Southwest 18 after Orville, clear direct knock me for the RNAV Whiskey.
Alright, after Orville, we're clear direct. What was that fix?
Knock me. You want the RNAV 13 left, correct?
Affirmative. I have the Zulu approach pulled up.
You able to fly the Whiskey?
Oh, stay by.
Should be able to. Are you in? Are you level up, or what are you in?
We're in MSFS PMDG.
Yeah, you should be able to pull it up. The RNAV whiskey, let me know.
Hi, Roger. Yeah, we'll take the whiskey.
Okay, after Orville, direct knock me.
Right after Orville, direct knock me for Southwest Airlines. Alright, so let's take a look here at the ILS whiskey approach. Okay, so it's RNP, so that's why. So the RNP is just going to be a little bit more accurate.
2042,
So I see. Alright, this will be interesting.
2042,
so
direct turn, join, was that Bravo and to the gates for the
honestly, a rebrief.
Alright, right turn Mike, Bravo to the gates. Thanks, sir.
Check out the ILS whiskey 13.
Southwest 482, leaving airspace to the west. Albuquerque is offline. Made a service terminate. Frequency and approval, sir.
And then we.
Yeah, have a good one. Top 42.
Yeah.
Dang it. ILS RNAV whiskey 13 left. Knock me. Ready for and everything like that still. Go ahead and execute that. Legs were direct Orville. After Orville, he gave us direct knock me. So we'll go ahead and set that up for here. So it'll be Orville direct knock me for this approach. So still coming down to 9,000. Nothing's really changed there. Blah, blah, blah. Not able. We'll go ahead and throw out some speed brakes, probably 250 knots. I mean, who does the 250 under 10 rule anyways? So we'll go ahead and I've pinned the RNP whiskey approach. So same thing, going through the top and everything. That's 16 now at KHOU mate, 754 on the mins. That higher. It is higher. I think it's 754 on the mins for this approach. And we're going to be direct knock me, which is right there, mandatory 4,000 feet at 230 knots. So my knock me Wukong, E-Bear, Hexa, which looks like Hexa is, that'll start me, which really not what's your approach, it's the initial fix. Come into Cumty. Segep, and then 31 left on the approach there. So minimums are a little bit higher here. 269 we're looking at as opposed to the 200 on the LPV mins. I don't know exactly. To Dumpy? That's a sick waypoint. Uh-oh. Forward center just disappeared on Batson 2. Might be on their own here, which would be totally fine. Not messed up enough. The misapproach on this one, climb 3,000 direct Daddle on track 115 to Dumpy and home. So, yeah, we're pretty much ready here. Coming through 13,000, it's going to want to start bugging, or it's going to start getting down to 250. So we're going to throw out some speed brakes, help you with some drag. So, like I said, we're Orville, then a knock me, and then it looks like our RKO with the plan view. Step through it if we really wanted to, which sure, why not, you know. Bringing it all the way around. On in there. So he gave us direct knock me after that, so we'll go ahead and continue down to 4,000. Coming up on 10 here, we're going to kick that out. Turn on our lights and our fasten seatbelt signs as well. Everybody sit on. Let's get ready for this approach. Wing lights are coming on as well. Auto brakes 3 and same approach. Approach course 133, yep, 1600 now though on the intercept. Higher than we talked about. And I'm just trying, it's an RNP. I don't, you got me beat on this one, honestly. RNP AR approach. So RNP is required navigation performance, and AR, I forget what AR stands for. I think it stands for like just, I don't know if it's advanced requirements or not, but it's just like you need proper training on it, which I don't have. I am instrument rated, but specific airline training you need to be certified to fly the RNP AR approaches, and we are not. So we got the speed brakes away. Yeah, let's pick that speed back up to 250. Oh, I see. It's holding 2. I think it's supposed to be 230 because we're direct knock me. In reality, yeah, let's not hold 230 yet. So yeah, looks like Dallas did get offline. So this is our VNAV path here as well. So that shows that this diamond would essentially move up or down, and you want to chase it with your descent rate, kind of where you want to keep it right in the middle. So we are on pace essentially to be at 4,000 at knock is what it's saying, which is what the chart wants and which is what we want. So everybody's on the same page, which is great. So that's what you're looking for with that. That's the VNAV path. Try to do a quick little turnaround here, getting out of Dallas Love and going right back down to Houston. See Dallas Love, we've got a few planes on the ground there. We'll just taxi in and pretty much just taxi back out real quick. We're not going to do anything too crazy on the ground. Just keep that there and just keep monitoring everything on the descent. Let's speed intervene this, keep her rocking at 250 until we get there. Just squeeze a little bit of juice out of it. Hands are cold. Hands are ice cold right now. I believe it's just off our 10, 11 o'clock here.
American 2323, on approach for runway 18 right.
Seems like he logged.
Did you say blocked?
No. I don't think he's online anymore from what I see.
Oh.
Alright, so there's near 4,000 feet here in this what is this? Knock me approach fix. I'm going to go ahead and set 1600 and dial it back to 200 and then 1600. And so we'll go ahead over 200 knots and just really start slowing down to 1600 as we're going to stay in VNAV mode here all the way down. And there's the airport just off our left side. And we're basically going to start putting in flaps as soon as possible. Probably use a little bit of speed brake to help us slow down. This is all going to come at us pretty quickly here. So let me read the notes for this approach. Let's say authorization required. Okay, that's what AR means. I think it does mean authorization. I think that's what I said earlier. Maybe, I don't know. So, okay. So we should be good to shoot this approach. I don't believe you would change the... I think you just... Let me arm approach mode. That's it. We'll see. I'll keep approach mode armed and see if it'll actually do anything. I don't know if it should or shouldn't. I don't know. We'll see. We're both going to find this out together. So we really got to start throwing in some... It's going to be a quick Sega. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. There's just really no, like, glide path or anything like that. Well, I guess there is. It's 3 degrees after, cut comes in, which is the final approach fix. So, I don't know. It'll draw something up from here, I guess. We're going to go ahead and go flaps 5, though. We're under the flaps 5 speed. And we're going to go ahead and bug 180 knots now. We'll go all the way down to the flaps 5. We'll bug the flaps 5 speed. Keeping that in. And we're probably going to go ahead and throw the gear down as well. A little early. But, well, actually, we're probably a little late on getting configured with this. So we have glide slope intercept for this one here. Flaps definitely need to keep going. Flaps 10. Speed brake is still armed. We're going to plug our VREF speed, which was 40, flaps 40 and 132, so we'll plug 5 knots over that, we'll go 137. And here we go. It is coming at us pretty quickly here, folks. Gonna go ahead and go flaps 40. And I will go ahead and take over and finish the rollout onto the final approach fix, the final approach course here. Runway 13 left here in Dallas Love. Okay, we're getting high. This thing is not trimmed out very well at all. I'm going to go ahead and start recording as well. Lose a little bit of airspeed, bumped in some power. Bumped in a good bit of power here. Leveling off on the center. We don't necessarily need that right now. Just want to speed back up. We're 3 white right now on the Vassy, the Pappy, I think, sorry. Which means we should be a little bit high, theoretically. I definitely should have been making traffic calls and stuff like that, but I kind of forgot. And there's nobody else really out here except for that guy up that side, it looks like. So, looks like we're not going to have any call outs either, so we're just going to have to keep an eye on the altimeter.
100.
Oh.
50. 30. 10.
Alright. We have reverser number 2. That's it. But we are decelerating pretty nicely here. Looks good, looks good. 60 knots. We'll go ahead and stow the reversers. And we'll exit right on like 3. Oh, I also left in the speed brake all the way there. So, see, we're by no means perfect on that flight. We're on the ground. We can go ahead and get the APU starting up so we can shut down the engines as soon as possible. Same thing as earlier. Low pressure light. Kick that on. Start to see. And I'll probably just pull pretty much straight in here. Let's see. Make a left turn. A couple of left turns here. And we're going to go lights off. Strobes off. Missed the center line. That's okay. APU gen should be available shortly. But for the time being, we'll just keep rocking. This flaps can come up. Speed brakes can come up since we're on the ground now. And like I said, we're probably just going to stay. Hold up. Bump back out here. And we're going to take this first. I also have a scenery for this from Dallas Club. Looks like it's a little less generic. So we can only hope. APU gens are ready. APU lead can come on. And we'll go ahead and do this first stand. It's not a stand, it's a lead. Then these little differential thrust. As you turn on the blind and go turn on taxi light off so we don't blind the ground crew that is in here. And start to straighten it out. Put it right on the center line hopefully here. Pump the brakes a little bit and stop. Go ahead and set our parking brake. And since we have the APU running, we're going to start killing it. See how we do. A little long, but that's pretty spot on the center line there. Engine 2's coming down. And we can go start killing number 1 as well. The overhead, like I said, keep the same things. I think anything really changes. Beacon light can come off once the engines are below like 10%. Typically, I believe is how they usually do it. But yeah. Alright guys, that is a general just kind of tutorial a little bit on how to fly the 737. Nothing really too crazy going on there. Hope that made some sense. And we're basically going to take this plane, load up a new flight plan, and get the heck out of here. So we're going to go right back into it. We'll do traffic calls and stuff this time since we missed that. Flight aware, let's just take a look, see if we should change our flight number at all. KDAL to K Houston. See if Southwest 18 does it right back, or Southwest 19, perfect. We're just going to edit this, flip it, and change our flight number to Southwest 19. So we'll go up to, sorry, UPDF, charts, and then we're going to pre-file on that sim as well here. See flight plan, where is it? File network, there it is. Alright. Southwest 19, 738 flight level 330, so going a lot higher on the way back for some reason. 1830, I don't think that's, -5 is time should it be? Was it 19? I think what if I left? 20 minus 5, 3. Let's do 20. File that. And no ATC coverage anymore, so we're not really going to worry about that, which is kind of nice. We will come down here. Let me just see if, first of all, is this even going to work? Request new data. KDAL to KHOU, Southwest 19. Yeah, looks like it'll work for us here. Unpin that, and there. Okay. Back to search. Okay, cool. So bring up the performance tool. Clear all of that. We'll go down here and we'll go init ref. Nope, screen index ident. We're out of Dallas Love. Requesting the flight plan. Who says that? Hang on. There we go. KDAL to KHOU. Austin is the alternate. 330. Set payload. Set fuel. Get out of here. Select a route. Give it a moment. I'm gonna take a look at the SID again. Out of Dallas Love, the Curlo 5 says to climb and maintain price 31 again, so probably 8,000. Go ahead and load that up. That'll take a second. Climb and maintain 8,000. Yeah, that was a fun little approach there. Kind of ripping and dipping around. Fun little RNAV RNP approach that I can definitely use to learn a little bit more about as well, apparently. So KDAL runway, we'll take 31 or minimum 13. Take 13 left again. Same thing we came out on from aircraft, optimum, report weather, calculate. Flaps 5. Okay, so let's do we'll do a little bit more with this. 3022 on the altimeter setting. Turn that off. Engines are off. I don't know what that is crying about still, but go ahead and leave it. Zero fuel weights. Set that up. Reserves. We're gonna have 5.5. It looks like ish. Oh wait, here we're gonna request it. We're just gonna do it now. Was right last time. We're gonna see how it does this time. Gives us our winds and our temperatures and everything, so it's a nice feature to have for sure. Cost index is 26. We'll see what it gives us. I might go 99. 99 is just burning it essentially on the way back, and that's really just using a. It's just going to give you your highest speed essentially and say, hey, screw the fuel burn. We're going as fast as we can. The cell temp was 50. Is what it wanted us to use. So we can stick 50 up in there and see how that works. And then let's see the takeoff D rate. We'll do it once. Takeoff 1. So that's this one right here. Select that, and then it's a climb D rate as well. Flap at 5. And a trim of 5.5 is what it gave us, and that's what we got. So go ahead and bug that up for us right there. And we don't have a runway selected, so that's why we don't have any speed. So we're going to depart on 13 left. We're going to take on the Curlo 5 the Elver transition. And then route, we can do the arrival and everything like that up in the air again, just like we did last time. So yeah, now we should have some V speeds. 139 V2, just above our approach speed there, so that's nice. And let's see, what heading does it want us on coming out of here off 13, dang it. 133 to 1,000 feet, so we're going to go off a 133 heading, which is basically the same as last time. 131 heading coming here, so. Alright, so that's all that set up. Go ahead and throw on the auto throttle. And everything is pretty much ready here. We'll go ahead and take a look at this. We'll go ahead and pin the airport charts, which we already have pinned. The Curlo 5. And then, yeah, so we'll just go off of that for now. Pinned airport. Here we are going to go ahead and get pushed back. Alrighty, that's what we like to call a quick turn right there. Nobody else here really, so we're not going to give a pushback call. We'll give a taxi call whenever the time comes, but for now, go to request pushback. And go ahead, we're just going to release parking brake and get her rolling here. Flip the packs off. That to auto, that off as well, and then we're going to go ahead, engine 1 grand. Mission fuel's good, I guess. We've got about 12,000, is that what we're looking for? Yep, we're about 12,000, perfect. Let's go here, which one's that? And 25%, go ahead and whoa, that guy's levitating. Now we're getting pushed back by a ghost. So I forgot to turn the beacon light on. Start valve closed. Engine to ground, park brake. So let me see if I like deselect that and then select it myself. I wonder if it'll be easier to disengage later. So we'll see. And 25% introduce fuel. Oh! And starter valve is closed. We're going to go auto brake RTO, flaps 5. Engine gens coming on. Switching the power on over. Packs coming back on. ISO valve auto. APU's off. I filed for 330, but the Optimum was saying, well, the Optimum was at, we're going to cruise at 290. I think that sounds better. That's a little better than 330. Anyways, so we're going to flick the APU off. Our taxi light can come on. We don't have to wait for nobody around here now. Let's see if this will work. Oh yeah, there you go. So I'll just set it myself instead of selecting it there. It seems like it fixed that. Okay. Taxi on out of here. Right turn. We're gonna go on Mike. Looks like all the way down to 31 left. Let me get on 122.8. Traffic Southwest 19 is going to taxi on runway, or taxi via Mike to runway 13 left, Dallas left traffic. There you go, man. I suck at this, but we're out here.
And love traffic Southwest 1942 will be following the company to 13 left. Love traffic.
Alright. This first one is Bravo, so we're going to continue on to Mike. So how I got that is by looking at this chart. Bravo's here, Mike is here. We're gonna go to Mike and make a right turn on Mike. 7 knots, that's weak here. Southwest. Yeah, it'll work out. I was thinking about letting him go, but he already said he's going to let us go. I agree. I'm looking to get some new throttles. I'm going to keep the honeycomb throttle quadrant itself, but I'm thinking about getting those ProDesk Sim like 3D printed throttles, man. Those things look pretty sick, especially for the 7.3. They're freaking huge. The flap has the D10 thing, so I think I'm going to try that. Look at us. Look at us go here. This section of the city in the background. Look at us go. We're hauling. 30 knot taxi, man. Phew. We are hauling. Not going to talk as much on the way back. You know, we talked a lot about the approaches and stuff like that. It'll be a pretty quick, you know, everything's going to happen quick again, just like last time. But, you know, we're going to really try to, you know, just kind of go with the flow. We talked about it last time. We're just going to do it this time. And I think Houston Center is still up, so we'll have some sort of ATC on the way back. But, yeah, start pumping the brakes here coming up on the runway. I like to try to keep these turns in between 10 and 15 knots, so you know, flying down the taxiway is one thing, but actually approaching the runway is another. Dallas left traffic, Southwest 19 is going to take runway 13 left, depart on the KHOU 7, Southwest or Dallas left traffic. Yeah, Southwest traffic, dude.
And love traffic, Southwest 1942 is going to be lining up behind the company 13 left, Dallas.
All right, here we go. Where are you headed?
LA, you?
Back to Houston, just doing a little turn.
Ah, nice.
All right, bump them up 40.
That is lost traffic, Southwest 2250 is turning left base for the visual runway 13 left.
He's turning left base, so he's pretty close, but we'll be out of his way, no problem. Should be able to be both out of his way, we'll see.
80 knots.
Checked.
V1. Rotate.
And rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Here's coming up.
And LA traffic, Southwest 1942, departing runway 13 left, kitty 5, departure to the west. Love traffic.
So we'll go ahead and heading select, that's fine for now. We'll go ahead and get direct, probably, what is that, KHOU? That'll be fine. And we're just going to go nav VNAV, honestly, this time. Not really going to worry too much about it. Flaps 1 already here for us. We're flying. We're ripping out of Dallas Love. It's a beautiful departure of the city here. Flaps coming clean. I don't want to put the autopilot on just yet, but I definitely want to go outside and take a look at the setup that we have here. And we're honestly probably just going to get direct. What was our transition out of here? I don't remember. Get a little bit more nose down trim. Get outside real quick. Oh, this is pretty cool. It's actually a good looking city, dude. A lot of these cities look so bad. Uh-oh, it looks like some nose down pitch right there. Catch it back up here on the inside.
And love traffic, that's 1942, departing the area to the west. Last call, love traffic.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, but we're not going to do that today. We direct KHOU. What is our final? Neil? Where's Neil? I don't even know. Let's get direct Neil though, how about that? We're gonna get direct Neil just so we can save some time. And we're going to go ahead and throw the autopilot on, climb, maintain flight level 290. And we'll make sure that we do our after takeoff as well. 290 this time. Auto brakes coming off, flaps are up, and lights will come off above 10,000. We're not quite there yet. So this is our last fix that we have on here. So we're going to go ahead and input the arrival. We're going to be on, it wants us current oil winds right now out of Houston here. Weather winds are 120 at 15, so it would be nice to do the approach.
Hello, traffic, Southwest 2250 is on a 3-mile final for 13.
13 right. We'll do the RNAV again. This one will be with LPV min, so it'll be a little more normal than the last one. So arriving into Houston, we're going to be on the Kids 4, I believe, and then we're going to try the RNAV GPS runway 1, and then we'll pin that one. So take a look at the star here, the Kids 4 has us coming in. What? Kids 4, we're coming in from Neal. So 240 and above, so yeah, so we'll be good there. That'll be it. This is an appropriate one for us here. Kids 4 from Neal, taking the RNAV 13 right. Transition. Neal. Let's take a look. Neal, Max, Eva, Case. Oh, here's Beanie. Yeah, there's Beanie. Bean, whatever. Case, Kids in between 14 and 12. Sniffy at 12,000. Katurbic, sure. Revy, 11 or above. As at 10,000. Then looks like we're going to Gulver, 9 and above. Krusty at 6, and then Seuss after that for Javis. That's on the approach, which we'll get to here in a little bit. Through 10,000 feet now, we can go ahead and turn our lights off. Beautiful day here in Dallas. We'll go ahead and they're staying on. The wing lights are coming off. Seatbelt signs. Whoops! Seatbelt signs were off the whole time. So everybody's flying around back there. Hopefully they're getting back on their feet after that lovely takeoff roll. Really liking the PMDG 737 here these last few days. I'm glad we're doing Southwest on the Instagram as well. Flight Sim Captain on Instagram. Drop a follow if you haven't already. And yeah, man, try to be as consistent as possible. Really squeezing in this stream today, but I just really wanted to get one up, and so we did. So, you know, like I said, it's a beautiful thing. Super blessed, super grateful, super thankful to be able to do this type of thing. Yeah, like I said, hopefully you guys are enjoying. You know, drop some comments. You know, we'll do whatever you guys want, man. I mean, I'm just, you know, doing what I want kind of right now because it's fun. You know, I love doing this stuff. That's why I'm doing it. But drop some comments. We'll reset this to the old minimums. Drop some comments. You know, come check out the streams. Just come chat. We'll hang out, do whatever you want, flying wise and, you know, airport wise and route wise and all that stuff. And new planes coming out. It's really exciting. I'm looking forward to the A380 and the 777. I think a lot of people are. And the 330, like 200s and 300s, I'm really looking forward to that. I like the Neos, but sometimes I feel like it's a little overkill. You know, more people operate the 300s, well, the 330s, the 330-200 and 300s, I mean, than the 330-900s. So a little more accessible, some cooler routes and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to the 18,000 set standard. I'm looking forward to a lot of stuff. coming up here in the flight sim world, so it's a good time to be getting into all this stuff. And not that I'm just getting into it, but it's a good time to be a flight simmer, I think, right now. So, yeah. I will be back at the top of descent, which is coming up. We're not far off from that. So, just give me a couple minutes, and then I will be right back with you guys. Right, we are back in the flight deck. I believe past our top of the descent point. So we're going to go ahead and start dropping on down. I believe we just hit it, so not really too big of an issue there. The beautiful thing about not being on VATSIM, we'll just set 10,000 for now. Well, I mean, we are on VATSIM, but with no controllers, we can do whatever we want. So the initial approach fix is jabs, and I believe we can pretty much go just like direct jabs right now, which is probably exactly what we're gonna do. Just take a shortcut because we can, and we're on, you know, this side and everything. We're on the appropriate side, so we're just gonna go direct jabs. Now we're not gonna maintain 210 knots even though, so we're gonna make sure that's kind of straightened out for us. Let me see, is there 91 miles, 2 jabs. So what's gonna happen here? I'm not exactly sure how this is gonna handle this. 131 final approach course, and jabs would be at 2. Your Royce would be the intercept at 2,000, 330 on minimums. Oh. So it's holding 290 for now, which is probably fine. What did I say? 330. Okay, there we go. Alright, 330, 10,000 for now is fine. We'll do auto brake 3 again. That actually worked. Looks like we actually got some deceleration out of that. And we're pretty good upstairs. So we're just going to wait. I think one of these is going to be top of descent. One of them is probably a decel, and the other one's probably top of descent. So, 80 miles till jabs. So, and it looks like, if that's still an accurate vertical deviation, looks like we're saying we're 12 high. So, whoa. Okay, yep, here we go. So now we're hitting some sort of descent, it looks like. So I hope we're going to follow it. That line wants to drop. I'm going to give it a second, see if it does. If not, I'll just level change it. Okay, it does not look like we're going to be following the profile or anything like that, so we're just going to go ahead and hit level change. And our target speed of descent is 330 knots, 330 knots, which we're not going to get up to about 315. So I'm going to go with. And I'll probably go ahead and set 2,000. Now we set 10,000 and level off, slow down to 250 and everything, and kind of go from there. So. I think after this, I'm going to do an off-stream flight, maybe? I don't know. I might not have that much time. Probably not going to have any time. So nobody's going to give it to us. We're going to go ahead and grab the altimeter setting on our own. Which, can we get the weather? Arrival weather. Yeah, look at that. Okay. It's simple. We don't need that. Houston 3023 on the altimeter. So it's super nice high pressure days down here in Texas. Kind of disappointed. Honestly, I wanted to do some storm chasing. I mean, East Coast is getting hammered right now with snow and stuff like that. So maybe one of these days we'll just set up a bunch of bad weather and just on the preset weather and just get crushed. It'll be fun. Looks like now that we're getting a little lower, we can go ahead and set that 330 speed that we were looking for. Now that we really need it, we're going to be at 10,000 well before, and then we're going to have 6,000 feet to lose after that, so we shouldn't have to do much. Get down to 4,000. Well, what is it? Yeah, I don't even know. 3,000? Is that what it says? You just said 2,000. 2,000 in jabs, so, and then 2,000 in rows as well. Yeah, so 2,000 for both. Standard altimeter setting. So at 10,000, we're probably going to do, I don't know if we're going to have a whole lot of room or not, because we only got 40 miles to go as it is. So probably just throw out the speed brakes, slow 250 as quickly as possible, and start dropping down. Does it have a speed restriction on the chart? No, but I mean, that's right before the final approach fix. It's only 7.7 miles apart. So 8 miles will come up quick on you in a jet. So, yeah, we're going to get slowed down to probably about 200 knots, and everything very quick. Let's probably keep the speed brakes out. Landing elevation. Probably about the same. Oh, never mind, just going 46 feet, all the way down basically to 50 there. And we'll throw on the seatbelt sign a little early because we're going to be doing some non-standard procedures, we'll call them. And then we'll go ahead and get the HUD down as well. We didn't do a HUD approach last time, so we can go ahead and do one this time. Turn down the brightness as much as possible, which looks like it's down as far as it can go, I guess, or you can't even change it. Oh, just kidding. Give me click it. So yeah, you want the HUD brightness to be pretty low.
Houston traffic. United 521 is 25 miles to the west for 8 left, Houston.
Houston. 8 left. What? Okay, that might be IH. Alright, so 10,000's coming up here. We're going to start dialing back to 250 knots.
United 624 radio check.
Bye-bye.
Sure.
Throw out the speed brakes, 2,000. We'll probably do level change again. Check out Prague. Where's distance to go 39. Yeah, we'll save that for the we'll save the radio calls for those here. But yeah, so now we're kind of this HUD is annoying because you can't get like everything you want in one. I don't know, it's not that bad, I guess. It's just goofy. So probably I didn't really want to be descending right now, but it's alright. Play the game here, I guess. So now that we're at 250 knots. Try to maintain that all the way down to 2,000, which might be pretty money. We'll see what this ends up actually being, but this may just end up being super money. Maybe take a little speed break out. So it might not be as much. I'll actually remember to arm it this time. That'll be nice. That'll be nice. So again, with the HUD, I mean, you have your airspeed over here. Your current winds right now is 180 at 5, so it's showing a quartering headwind. Right quarter, 5 knots are heading right now. We're currently 139 heading, so not a very big intercept, which would be nice with the runway heading 131. So we're just 8 degrees off as it is right now, so it's right out there somewhere. We're off. What this is saying right now, and what this is saying right now, is that auto throttle is armed. It should be on. I guess I don't really know why it would be, but I don't know really that. But LNAV is saying is armed, is active. We're currently on the lateral navigation mode to jab, and then MCP speed. So we're flying off the speed selected in here. Let's say path or VNAV speed otherwise. So yeah, this is our angle of attack right here, so we're saying we're 3 degrees down. And this is our FPV or our flight path vector. The circle is like, I think the circle is where you want to be. Basically you want the two circles to be inside of each other just like that. Like that's perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. Whenever you disconnect autopilot, you want to try to keep the circles in line. And I believe they call it the bird on the Airbus at least. It's a little different, but it's a similar concept. I believe that's actually like where your nose is, or something like that. It's how, you know, again, I'm not typed on the 7.3 here, so if anybody's got something better for me, let me know. But how I understand it is like, it's where your nose is actually. Houston Hobby traffic, Southwest 19's 23 miles to the north inbound on the RNAV right. Hobby traffic. I believe it's right. Yeah. Okay. So we're just coming on down here, coming on down. Little lag spikes as we get closer and closer to Houston, Texas. Coming through 4,000.
Bush traffic, United Pacific vortexing 1 by the left.
And we'll probably go ahead and arm approach mode. This is a typical RNAV approach where you have, whoa, really? It's actually B course already. B course, you know what, man? I'm not even going to pretend to know what that means. I'm not going to lie, I have no idea what that means, and that is not what we're looking for. So we're going to go ahead back to LNAV VNAV. We're not going to, let's go back, let's get a heading select here or something. Get us going back the other way. We'll be direct. Oh, it's direct Neil? What? That's kind of crazy. Wait, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Let's get jabs in there. We'll go LNAV again. Yeah, I don't know what that was. So I'm probably just gonna wait a little bit longer to intercept. Because Royce is at 2,000 anyways. So we're gonna dial back the speed a little bit as well, probably to about 200 knots, just so we can start slowing down and thinking about things. Because this might get a little hairy. Because like I said, I'm not very good at the RNAV approach in this. I fly Cessnas and Archers, so I'm pretty knows it's
George Bush traffic. United 521, 10 mile final, 8 left. George Bush, Houston.
Alright, so we're going to look to make approach ref VREF not select. That is probably true. There we go. 31. Come back here. We're going to go flaps 5, maybe flaps 10 right off the rip. Alright, so now that we're pretty much on the course, let's check out to see if we...
Southwest, super clear, on 114, back to
glide path, yes. Good bug with 180 knots here. So glide path, yes. B course 168. Why is it on 168? So this is kind of confusing me. If anybody knows what's going on, feel free to let me know. But like I said, not too sure why we're not intercepting glide path or anything like that. This is... I don't know, maybe we don't need to. Maybe with the LPV approaches, you don't need to do...
Southwest traffic, United 624 taking off 15.
Let's see, how far out are we here? Just outside Royce, that's probably about a... We'll give it a 10-mile final. Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. Well, that's also... I don't know. Love traffic, Southwest 19, we're 10 mile final, runway 31 right, 13 right, correction, love traffic. So, like I said, we'll see, this is interesting. I'm just going to leave LNAV, VNAV armed and see what it does with this approach. Yeah, I really have no idea what it's going to do. We'll go flaps 10 as well here. Leaving it at 180 knots. We have our path coming in. It's not going to be the glide path necessarily. This would be just like a Barrow VNAV drawn up path type thing. So we'll see if it catches it and follows it. And it's going to. Now, will it descend below 2,000 is the next question. Because again, we're not, like, if I'm on approach mode right now, what's it going to do? Final approach course, VNAV path, glide path. Okay, so now it's going to work. So I don't know. This is what this is what you expect to see. We're on the glide path now. We'll go throw the gear down and bug our VRS speed 131, 136 plus 5. And we go flaps 15 as well. So that's what you'd expect to see. Final approach course glide path is what you would expect to see for an RNAV approach. Why it took until inside the final approach fix to identify it is that I don't know. But here we are. 60 knots. Add flaps. 5. How nice it is. We'll go ahead and disconnect now. Disconnect off, and flies ourselves. Just chasing that circle. Just getting slow already. Let's go ahead and speed up and get speed coming up. Everything right there on the button.
100. 50. 30. 10.
Southwest 19 is off on 3 right. Taxi. Just go with that. And before we go continue on, looks like to Charlie here. Yeah, we're going to go motorway. And we are making that. Get ourselves all cleaned up here. Tax light this thing. Strobes off. That's off. We are running off taxi lane. Speed brake out. Flaps up and auto. We're going to have to cross runway 22 here. Or, I'm sorry, nope, not here. We're going to right. That would be back across for 30 right and 13 left. Over here, we're going to cross 22 with the tug coming right at us. Excuse me, sir. Just going to slide it on by here. Don't mind us. And again, some strobes here just to be safe. Just be good pilots. Technically not clear to cross these lines right here, but clear enough for flight set. We're probably going to go ahead and just take this first taxiway, or taxiway, holy smokes. Take the first gate we see here and park it. Pretty close where we started off. Started off right there. So let's go ahead and shut off the taxi light. Should have started EPU earlier. Killing the engines already if we've done that. It's alright. Low pressure, I see it. There we go. Try not to be long. Alright, I think it's good right there. Let's see. How's the park job? Not good. Bad park job all the way around. As APU comes up, go ahead and leave the beacon on so they don't let's hope this way. There we go. APU bleed coming on, and then we're gonna go ahead and kill engine 2. Yeah, we open that up. That's good. Fuel pumps are on as well. And kill engine 4. Alright guys, as the engine shut down, hope you guys all enjoyed. Like I said, man, give me some feedback. Let me know what you want to see, what's good, what's bad, what's ugly. I know that ATC voice glitch is definitely ugly, but you know, let me know if you want to see anything else. Like I said, I'll fly whatever routes you guys want to fly.